am pleased once again to be joined by Tom Pagliarulo, who's getting ready to fight for the NEF Amateur Featherweight title Saturday, September the 7th at NEF40 against Jimmy Jackson. How's it going?
Good. Feeling good.
Nice. Good to talk to you again. This is a very well-hyped fight. Both you and Jimmy have excellent skill sets, and you're coming off a very impressive win. How has this camp been thus far?
It's probably the best camp I've had, man. I've kind of just switched it up a bit and kind of just been training all over the place, not really staying tied down to one gym. Rob Fong took me under his wing my last camp, and we really stepped it up this time around and kind of just getting all the work with him everywhere he is, I am. So couldn't ask for a better camp. I'm feeling ready, man.
Wow, Rob Font. I mean, that's as good as it gets, having him in your corner, helping you prepare. How do you feel your skill set has been evolving since having Rob there in your corner?
Oh, crazy amount, man. Just my striking, my wrestling, everything's just gotten better. My mindset, it's just I'm so dialed in with him in my corner. He knows how to really tap into my brain and get me flowing. And I'm excited to show what I've learned from him and really just show him on a different level at the Emmy level right now. I'm getting ready to make that transition to pros probably within the next year or so, and I'm feeling ready for it.
Now, Rob spends a lot of time down in southern Maine at one of the big gyms down that way. Are you making the trip there, or are you guys meeting in other locations?
I haven't been there yet. I do plan on getting up there. I think that's Recon MMA. I have been going down to Lozon's with him, getting some sparring rounds in there. We got a spot in Haverhill we're training at now in Haverhill, Mass. that we just started going to. So we're kind of all over the place, doing the driving, going where the work is. But it's what you got to do to be the best.
Yeah, no doubt. Now, have you been working on anything specifically to prepare for Jimmy, or have you just been kind of doing your own thing, working on honing your craft and just worrying about yourself versus who your opponent is?
Yeah, man, I kind of just been doing my own thing, just making sure I'm staying well-rounded. I'm feeling confident anywhere this fight goes. I think I'm just going to be the better guy, have the better skill set, and I think I'm just going to be too much volume, too much of a pace for him to keep up with, and that just comes with the amount of work I'm putting in. And like I said, man, I'm excited to really show the improvement from last fight.
I'm excited to see it. What's your weight at right now? Do you have still a lot of weight to get?
The dreaded question, my man. The dreaded question. I'm all right. I'm not the biggest featherweight. Like I said, I made bantamweight before, so I'm not too big. We're up mid-50s, but not bad, man. It's right where I want to be. I'm comfortable.
Nice. Now, obviously, as I mentioned before, you're coming off a big win. Zac Richard, just run us through that fight. Did you expect it to go the duration, or were you thinking you were going to get a finish? And how difficult of a fight was that for you?
I never go in thinking I'm gonna get the finish. If it's there, it's there. I take it. There were a few spots I had some chokes I should have held on to, I think, and they were towards the end of the round, and I kind of had to make that decision. Do I hang on to it and risk burning my arms out, or do I just throw strikes and score? So I ended up just playing it safe. I think I played it a little too safe. I was a little frustrated after watching it, but I was ready to go the distance. I knew I had the better cardio. I think I'll have the better cardio than anyone who steps in that cage with me. Like I said, I like to push a real high pace and drown guys with that. And I knew if it went the distance, I was going to take it. I think he was supposed to be on paper the better wrestler, but I wanted to show that I've been putting in the work on the wrestling mats too, and I could outwork him in that area. And I want to outclass all my opponents in every area of the game, not just one. So I think it went how I wanted, if not a little more dominant than I had expected. But he brought it, man. He's a tough opponent. I know he's got a tough fight coming up too, so I'm excited to see where he goes.
Now, was that win over Zac, was that the most marquee win of your career so far, at least the biggest name? Or can you compare it to whether or not it's the most important win that you've had so far?
Yeah, it was probably the most important win I've had so far. He was an undefeated guy. He was supposed to be one of the top up-and-comers in the area, especially out of Maine. So to go in there and shut a guy out like that, 5 rounds, that was a big win for me. But it is still Emmy, so there's still a lot more bigger wins to get, and I'm just gonna keep on winning and keep on training, and that's the plan.
Now, I understand school starts this upcoming week for you, so how are you juggling school, training, and I'm not sure if you're working still, but how's that all come into play? Because it's a lot on your plate.
Yeah, man, it's tough. This is the first camp really where I haven't been in school throughout the whole thing, so it's been nice being able to dedicate most of my time to training. I have been working too, but it's just it keeps me more. I kind of like it. It keeps me really focused, keeps it balanced. There's no time. There's no time to make a mistake or slip up on the schedule. So it's very structured and it doesn't throw anything off. Like I said, I like to make every part of my life included into my training. So I just look at it as it's training for my brain and keeping me focused, dialed in, and then I get to do the physical training later on in the day.
Now, are you expecting to have a big following coming up to support you in Orono? Like a lot of family and friends? Have you sold a lot of tickets?
I got a good little group coming. It is 4 hours away from me, so I'm not too stoked on that. It's always hard to sell tickets to those fights far away. But I'll have a good little group. I got a pretty steady following, so I should have a good group up there for me.
Is Fong going to be in your corner? Or just tell me who will be in your corner on the night of the fight.
Of course. He's always going to be in the corner. I got Rob Font, Ryan Cheating, and then Dave Spiro.
Wow. Okay. Well, you're going to have a nice group of guys, coaches there to help you while you're in the cage. Let's talk a little bit about this matchup. Jimmy Jax, I know him well. He trains at a Young's MMA. He just had a very impressive win. I mean, the guy that he just beat physically, if you were to look at him, tall, very cut, muscular, and he looked very strong in there. Jimmy was able to get him to the ground and choke him out. Were you impressed with that performance? And overall, just what are your thoughts on Jimmy as a fighter?
A win's a win, man. I think he went in there, did his thing. Was I impressed? I wouldn't say so. He fought a guy who's never fought before. I think the guy made some real amateur mistakes, which is nothing wrong with that. It's his first fight. You know what I mean? You gotta get in there and get that experience. But I see a lot of holes, and I look to expose those coming up in the next 2 weeks. And I think it was a good win for him, but I'm a different guy than whoever he just fought. I'm a different level, and I think after that long layoff he took, I'm a tough guy to step in there against after taking a long layoff like that. So we'll see. Congrats to him on the win, but it's gonna go a little different on the 7th.
Where do you feel you hold the biggest advantage in this fight?
It's probably a given with the wrestling. I'm on a different level than him, and I think a lot of guys in the AMI level on the wrestling. I think I'm a better striker. I think I'm better everywhere, man. I really think I'm just going to outclass him in all spots and do my thing. It's going to be too much volume, too much pace, and he's not going to be able to keep up with it.
So when the fight's all said and done, how will you get the victory? How are you getting your hand raised?
Like I said, man, I take it as it comes. If it goes the distance, it goes the distance. But I think I'm going to finish this one. Whether it be on the feet, on the ground, I'm going to expose him somewhere and capitalize on his mistake.
Well, I know for myself, I can't wait for this fight, Tom. Always exciting watching you step inside the cage, especially this time against someone I know very well, and Jimmy, for a title. It's one of those fights you can't miss. So, last question before I let you go. What's next? You talked about maybe going pro soon. Is that something that you're going to be doing in 2019?
Got to talk with the coaches and see. I'd like to, rattle off maybe 2 or 3 more AMI fights after this, and when I get the green light from my coaches, that's when I'm ready. So whether it be later in 2020 or maybe the following year, we'll see. It's probably going to be next year is what I'm looking at.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to it. But any sponsors you have or any social media you want to plug, the floor is yours.
You can follow me on Instagram, just at Tom Pags. Facebook is just my name, Tom Pagliarulo. Shout out to all my sponsors, big list of them. Hard Body Meals and Haverhill, keeping me fueled, getting me the right meals I need. Knott's Barbershop, New England Pipelining, Alphabolic Supplements, Cameron Chiropractics and Londonderry, and Dentech of New England. So shout out to all of them for supporting me, my gyms, Burgess MMA, Spiro's, Lozon, Smitty's Wrestling Barn, all playing a part in this camp. So looking forward to showing off the work, my man.
Awesome. Well, great to talk to you as always. Look forward to seeing you on the 7th in Orono.
Sounds good. Thank you.